Hi, welcome to another episode of Heal Me, Healing You. Before I start, look at my nails. Oh my gosh, they are pretty. I'll leave you the link below of the nails salon who did them. It's a girl that coming up. She's doing her thing and she's still cheap because she's a learner. But tell me, she's perfect. Anyways, let me bring you today's topic. Today I want to talk about a parenting style that I even had done with my children, that is ineffective parenting. When your children have a behavior and you compare your child to another child to make him think about the way he behaving, or you first cuss him and shout him and tell him how much you dislike him and tell him all the bad things that he doing, and then you bad talking him with your friends, with your relative, with your husband, with everybody, bad talking your kids and just reinforcing what he's doing. It's not good parenting. Listen, words have power. So if you keep telling your husband or your parents or anybody, my child is bad, then your child will be bad. The next thing is, please let us stop cussing and shouting at the children. Respect, bring respect. Just because you are the parent, that doesn't give you the right to disrespect your child. So please put him to sit down as a human being, as a person that you highly respect and love, and tell him what is really bothering you. And please don't wait until the glass is full of complaint. I think that as I doing a conflict resolution class, and it says that the more you wait for things to pile up, is the most unlikely that the situation will be solved. As things happening and your child is making his mistake, which he is allowed to do because all of us make mistakes while growing up, you address the situation and make sure and separate that you are addressing the situation and not the child, that you are telling him, I don't like you. Don't tell your children you don't like them. Tell them, I don't like what you're doing. I love you. Make sure and put that. I love you, but I disapprove of your behavior. Because if you don't make that difference, the child is not going to learn the difference. He is going to say, my mother don't like me. And how many times we hear that? And the thing about it is that we're training that child how to be a parent, because I showed my grandmother taught my mother how to be a parent with her behavior. And she taught me. And let me tell you, at the beginning, I got it all wrong. My children reached about 15-year-old before I could have been a mother. It took me to wake up before I could have been a good mother. And I think it's not even 15, they were older and they had resentments, and up to now I still harvesting what I planted on my children heart. So for God's sake, let us be good parents. Let us have respect for our children when we speak to them. Address what is bothering you about their behavior and talk to them with respect, and separate the I don't like you with I don't like what you're doing. Make sure and tell your children you love them every day. Make sure you hug them and have a connection with those children. You are training them to be the human, the citizens of tomorrow. So let us do it correct. I know that there is no book for parenting, and there is nobody to hold us by our hand and really teach us what to do. So I am not judging, because what I tell you, everything that I speak in my channel, I have been through. And I have my book coming up from victim to victory. And we're going to release this month, where I will explain how my parents get it all wrong, and how I grew up being traumatized, and how I pass on that trauma to my children. So please don't feel that you're getting away with not loving your children and not respecting the way how you speak to your children, because in the future your children are learning from you to be themselves when they grow up. Okay, you are the example. They are looking at you, how you talk to them, how you deal with situations. And the last thing, please stop bad talking your children. If you want to see a good behavior, say, my children have room for improvement. They are not perfect, but they are growing, and they are allowed to make mistakes, just like you were allowed to make mistakes when you were growing up. So let us keep that I really wish that you could keep your room clean. because it affects the way how your environment, and teach them from small. Because if you wait until they are too big, then a big tree cannot bend. But if you bend it as they grow up, then it will take the shape that you desire. Like for me, it was a little too late, and I understand that. But yet, be consistent and don't get tired of well doing. So that is the topic for today. Don't forget to check out my girl, the nail and hair room, and continue. Let us continue going. Come on, let's go. Vamos.